Hi, I'm Olivia, dietitian here at the MLK Health Center and Pharmacy, and in this video we are going to be talking about sodium. Sodium is found in many foods, and we most commonly know it as salt. But first and foremost, sodium is a mineral. Our bodies use sodium for normal muscle and nerve function. Sodium also helps to keep our body's fluid in balance. Eating high sodium foods regularly can cause the body to retain excess water. And that excess water makes the organs in our body have to work harder. This increases the risk of high blood pressure, and that can increase the risk of heart disease and kidney disease. The majority of the sodium that we consume in our diet comes from convenience or packaged foods, eating out, rather than the salt shaker. According to the CDC, more than 40% of the sodium that Americans consume every day comes from just 10 foods. Breads and rolls, pizza, sandwiches, cold cuts and cured meats, soups, burritos and tacos, savory snacks such as chips, pretzels, popcorn, snack mixes and crackers, chicken, cheese, and eggs and omelets. The average American consumes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium per day, compared to the recommendation, which is only about 2,300 milligrams per day, which is 1 teaspoon of table salt. And for those individuals with hypertension, the recommendation is actually less than that, less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. So how do we reduce our sodium intake? Since the majority of the sodium we intake comes from convenience or packaged foods like ready-made dinners, canned soups, frozen meals, and eating out, that's where we need to start. When grocery shopping, try to purchase fresh foods as much as you can. Fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh poultry, fish, lean meats, as opposed to canned or processed versions. So what I mean by that is fresh or frozen fruits or vegetables, not in any sort of sauce or anything with added sodium. Canned fruits or vegetables are fine as well, but again, you want to limit ones that have added salt. You can check the label of the food to see if it has any salt added. Most canned vegetables will say no salt added, and those are the ones that you want to choose. For frozen vegetables, just be careful of things that are in sauces or cheesy sauces, or teriyaki sauces. Those you want to limit or just avoid because that's going to have additional salt. For your meats, choosing fresh is always a better option. You can choose frozen ones that don't have anything added to them, and that would be fine too. You want to limit your processed meats, so those are like your deli meats, your cured meats, smoked, salted meats. Those are all gonna have additional sodium that we can very easily avoid. When choosing foods, you can look at the nutrition facts label. Compare the labels. Choose foods that have the lowest amount of sodium when you're comparing. Always be sure to look at the serving size and look at the servings per container. Sometimes that can be a little tricky. You wanna make sure that if you're thinking it's the whole container, that you know it is, and it's not, the serving size is not 2 in 1 container or something. So just check that out so you know exactly what you're comparing. If you're purchasing a prepared dinner meal, like a frozen dinner, choose frozen dinners that have less than 600 milligrams of sodium per meal. That's about the recommendation of the amount of sodium per meal anyway. When eating out at a restaurant, ask for the nutrition information of the menu. You can look to see which foods have the least amount of sodium and choose those foods. Most restaurants have their nutrition facts available online, so you can even do this before you get to the restaurant. You can choose to split a meal with someone to help reduce the amount of sodium just by eating a smaller portion. You can ask for your food not to be salted. You can choose sides that are naturally low in sodium, like fruit or vegetables, especially if you ask for those not to be salted. If you order something that has a gravy or a sauce, get that on the side. Same with salad dressings. If you have a salad, get the dressing on the side. That way you can control the amount you have on your food, and that will help to reduce the sodium. Also, you can take a to-go box. If there's no one to split it with, split the meal with yourself. Get a to-go box, put some away, and then you'll have that for another meal. And just by eating a smaller portion, you would be consuming less sodium. Make eating out an infrequent thing. It should be a special occasion or a treat. Restaurants add a lot of sodium, a lot of salt to the food. And so one of the ways to reduce sodium intake is just to cook more meals at home. When cooking at home, explore other flavorings besides just using salt to season foods. You can use fresh herbs and spices or dried herbs. You can use citrus juices, vinegar, garlic, onion. A lot of vegetables add a lot of flavor to your meals as well. So try those out, and those are all excellent ways to season your food and flavor your food without adding additional sodium. When you're preparing rice and pasta, and you're boiling it in water, don't add salt to your water. That's one way to reduce it. When you're fixing rice, pasta, beans, choose those foods that are closest to its original form. So whether it's fresh or dried, trying to limit the ready-made pastas or instants, those can have more salt. If you are going to salt your food, do so sparingly and use whatever salt you like. I know there's a lot of different ones on the market: table salt, kosher salt, sea salt, flaky salt, pink Himalayan sea salt. They're all sodium at the root of it. And so it's gonna have the same effect on your body. Yes, some of them might have a few more trace minerals in them, but all in all, it's nothing significant. And we've already said that the majority of the sodium that we consume comes from packaged convenience foods, restaurant foods. So if you choose to salt your food, do whatever is most convenient for you. Lastly, when you're cooking at home, eat more fruits and vegetables. Choosing foods that are naturally low in sodium are an easy way to reduce sodium. Load up those fruits and vegetables on your plate and enjoy. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.